Learning a new language should all be about listening. Listening is just fundamental, especially if you want to be efficient. And that's from the very start. The first thing you want to do, and this is step 1, is to familiarize yourself with how the language you're going to learn sounds like. Accent, pronunciation, rhythm, or speed. To do so, you just have to listen to normal speed content. Radio, YouTube, news, documentaries, all of this work. And listen to that content as if you were listening to music. What do I mean? Sometimes you listen to music in a foreign language and you have no idea what the lyrics mean, but still you appreciate the music. This is what I mean. The thing is that often people start learning a language, but they actually never really heard it before. First, knowing what you're going into is always good. It's like if you're learning to use a camera but you don't have a camera yet. Get the camera first, and once you get it in your hands, learn how to use it. Same thing with languages. Get the language around you first, and once it's around you, learn how to speak it. And secondly, having an idea of your final objective is important, especially concerning pronunciation. If you have no idea about how you're supposed to sound like, you're going to imagine in your head what's right, and the probability you'll be correct is not so high. But this time, you're going to listen to original content from the very start. That way, when you start speaking, the probability you'll get yourself understood is going to be much higher. It's not about having a perfect accent, it's just about not being too wrong. Listening to normal speed content will also allow you to get the personality of the language, if this means anything. For instance, some languages are expressed with a lot of emotions, as if people always had something exciting to say. Sometimes people sound like you don't want to be in trouble with them. In some languages, they sound super distant, or very diplomatic, or just peaceful. Depending on the language, there's also tendencies to use rather long or short sentences. You can only get this kind of information by listening to original content. Doing so, you'll also hear varied spoken styles and voices, which is great because it will just contribute to give you a more accurate view of your target language. Finally, listening to normal speed content is also fantastic because it will allow you to develop a language intuition. What's a language intuition? It is simply when you know the answer, but you have no idea where it comes from. And this is super cool, you want that. At one stage or the other, you will have to listen to natives anyway, so do it from the very start and make your life easier for later. So, for how long should you listen to original content / normal speed conversation? Well, when you feel that you got a good idea of how your target language sounds like, or that you're able to differentiate the language you're learning from any others, or just that you start to notice that some words are coming back quite often. All of these are signs you're doing great. It can be 30 minutes, 3 days, or even more. It's really how you feel it. So guys, it seems like now that's your turn to play. I hope this convinced you. See you in next video for step 2.